What's important early on when it comes to transforming your physique is being comfortable with the process and to know the mechanisms at play. Not think, but know. With that in mind, there is scarcely a more fitting place to start than discussing how to effectively manage your weight. You may want to gain, maintain, or lose weight, and it's important to understand how to do all three, because when weight loss is successful, weight maintenance would be the next logical step. Conversely, if weight gain is your goal, we need to know how to do that and how to maintain or cut afterwards. Firstly, let's talk about a calorie deficit. It's a great place to start. This arises when you consume fewer calories than you burn. If you consume 2,000 calories and your total daily energy expenditure is 2,550 calories, you will be in a 550 calorie deficit and induce weight loss. Great success. Specifically, 550 calorie deficit totaling 3,850 calories over the week equates to approximately 0.5 kg of fat loss per week. This is because 1 kg of body fat contains roughly 7,700 calories, and we'd be breaking into half of that energy reserve, so half a kilo a week. A calorie deficit is the cornerstone of any effective weight loss strategy. If sustained, weight loss is not a matter of if, but when. Weight maintenance occurs when caloric intake aligns with expenditure. So 2,550 calories in this example. In this instance, your body has no need to break into its stored reserves, which is ideal if you're satisfied with your current leanness or want to support training performance with adequate fuel. Then we have a calorie surplus. Ideal for you little rebels wanting to gain weight, usually, of course, in the form of muscle mass, making gains, getting jacked. Even though you can build muscle in a deficit when done right, it's easier in a slight surplus due to the catabolic nature of energy restriction. When in a surplus, it's important to stay just above maintenance, just above. Otherwise, you risk body fat gain. We're talking like a 5% surplus here. That's a good place to start. So 2,550 calories becomes 2,677 calories. The maths of body composition is simple in principle, but how your body responds can be less predictable. A calculated deficit may not prove to be an actual one, and it may require adjustments. If the scales aren't budging, there's either tracking errors, which are quite common, or it simply isn't a true deficit. If this situation arises, we refine the variables and adjust caloric intake or activity levels until results show. One caveat here is even with impeccable calculations, the scales don't always faithfully reflect changes within the body due to fluctuations in glycogen, food weight, water retention, easily swinging the scales by a couple of kilos in a given week or even a day. For example, if you eat an 8-ounce steak, which is 230 grams, the scales will go up by that amount. You drink a litre of water on top of that, which is around a kilo. You've now gained 1.23 kilo. None of which is body fat, and the scales will normalize, but it just shows how quickly the scales fluctuate and mask fat loss. That said, if you're in a true sustained deficit, you will lose fat, even if this fat loss is happening behind the scenes and not immediately obvious on the scales. Eventually, it will show on the scales. The key takeaway here is when you fully appreciate that energy in versus energy out is the main principle of weight management, it's genuinely empowering. You will have almost full control of your weight, particularly your body fat. How exciting is that? How empowering is that? It's awesome.